I don't even understand how it's still an excuse, but I hear it so often that Simon, I just don't have time for it. I probably say it myself sometimes, like, but again, every time I say something like that, I pretty much quickly catch myself in like, oh, I don't have time for that. It's just because it's not important enough for me, right? But what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about strategic things you can do to actually create more time for yourself within those 24 hours you have. What's the difference in Donald Trump right now and you? Like, this guy, he is packed and pumped and have to be on top. Like, we're talking about 5, 10, 15-minute blocks where he's like in a meeting, then he's gonna go to the next thing, then he's gonna go to the next thing. Like, I wouldn't want to be in his shoes right now. Like, he is crammed with time, right? But again, he has 24 hours, you have 24 hours. He has 24 hours, I have 24 hours, right? I bet Donald Trump is still getting his workouts in. He's still doing some things that other people with more time say that they don't have time to. So the whole time thing there, first of all, you just gotta figure out, okay, why am I using that excuse? What's the reason for that thing? I have, for example, right now, I'm writing my speech up right now. And I can feel like every time I get home and I have to sort out the things and I'm gonna start working on it, I can feel that sense of procrastination inside me. Like, oh, like I don't have time for that now because I'm gonna figure out something else. I'm gonna do something else, right? And sometimes you're just gonna be aware of your internal conversations you have leading up to something you don't do, right? If it's exercising for you, right? I don't have time to exercise. I have kids, I have family, I have work. I'm in Corona, I'm in quarantine, I'm gonna work from home. I don't have time to exercise, right? What is the underlying thing you're saying to yourself when you say you don't have time for things, right? How do we actually create more time, right? Specifically, when we're talking about Donald Trump, we're talking about Kevin Hart, we're talking about you, and we're talking about me. We all got 24 hours in a day. So how do we utilize those 24 hours in the best way possible, right? Number one, early bird gets the worm. And I keep talking about that thing there, so we don't have to go into details of why. But getting up early, first of all, creates more time throughout the day, right? We're talking about an hour earlier. I don't know what it is about waking up at 5 a.m. But first of all, you gain more time, but there's something magical happen between 5 and 6 a.m. There is. If you want to try it, go out and try it over the next week here. Try to wake up at 5 a.m. If you normally are waking up at 6, 6:30, try to put your alarm on to 5 o'clock. Just go to bed a little bit earlier tonight. Wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. I promise you, something magical is happening between that hour there, and it just sets off the whole day. I had a full-on weekend this weekend, like didn't finish, didn't go to bed before like midnight, both Friday and Saturday because of work. So yesterday afternoon I had a time for myself, and I knew this morning here I had to start clients a little bit earlier. I was not starting before 9 o'clock with clients. So what I said to myself last night, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna have the rest of the day today and I'm gonna have a sleep in tomorrow. So this morning, like, because I'm waking up so early, I woke up like at 5, 5:30, at 6 and 7, kind of that. I woke up 2 times there, 3 times. I went to toilet twice in the morning and woke up 3 times. But I slept in, I forced myself to just sleep in until 8 o'clock, right? And that's late for me. If I'm usually waking up at 5 a.m. and then sleep into 8, that's 3 hours sleep, 3 hours difference I get, right? It was nice. It felt good. But that was it. There was nothing more in it. I felt so much more better on the days where I'm waking up at 5, no matter if I have to start at 9 o'clock. I just like, you're first much more awake, but the things you can accomplish in that hour or 2 hours in the morning you have for yourself there is ridiculous. Number 2, we are gonna make a list. Make a list of all your time-wasting activities, right? Just list them out for now. Put it down on a piece of paper. What am I doing throughout a day that I am wasting my time on? Good. Social media, watching Netflix, sitting on toilet, going for a walk, like whatever you're doing that you're like, okay, I'm not doing anything right now. watching TV, laying on the couch, right? It could be reading too much. I don't know what for you. What is time-wasting activities you're doing right now where you're killing time? Then I want you to make a log, 2-day logs. 2 days logging where over the next 2 days, I want you to log every time you catch yourself in doing something that's time-wasting, right? Okay, boom. Now I just spent the last 10 minutes on scrolling on my social media. Boom, now I went back in again. Now I read the news. Now I went for a walk. Make a log over the next 2 days. Log what you are doing. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this now, right? So log the 2 days. Then I will first of all get you to get aware of, okay, what are sort of all the things I'm doing? Then I want you to make a new calendar. So you take your list, you log it for 2 days, you're aware of, okay, this is all the things I'm doing right now. Then I want you to have a clean sheet of paper and then create a new calendar. Create a new calendar of specific blocks that I'm doing that in, right? I want you to map up the whole day, no matter if you're working, if you're not working, if you're working for someone, if you have your own business, even more if you have your own business, whatever you are, old, young, I want you to make a brand new calendar starting today. Boxes, color, boom, boom. I want you to map out every single activity you're doing from when you're waking up in the morning until you're going to bed, right? Wake up, that's first. Morning routine, boom. Breakfast, boom. Educate, boom. Start work, boom. Break, boom. Calls, boom. Filming, boom. Writing, boom. Catching, boom. Like whatever you're doing, you do every single activity you're doing and then put it into boxes, right? Because that's here where we're gonna start getting committed to the new activities we're doing, right? I promise you, the days I am the most productive, the days I am cramping things in, is the days I am working exactly on the dot for my things, right? I know things can happen, right? And you know, circumstances, and then we're gonna go to a meeting, then we can't do things. We can't stick to our routine because COVID-19 is hitting us. But especially right now, you are in a position right now where you got a new routine, right? So what can you do right now to create more time for yourself? Get clear about all the time-wasting activities you have. Lock it down, create a new schedule for yourself where you are implementing all the things that you know will bring you forward, right? So if it starts reading more books, right? Is to start reading more books for you. Good, I would start implementing. Okay, I wanna read 15 minutes here, I wanna read an hour here, I wanna read half an hour here, right? If that's your goal, right? You gotta figure out what is the goals you wanna do, right? Number 5. As simple, as boring as it is, commit to the new schedule. Clean up, make a new one. You bake a cake over here. It didn't go well. It didn't taste well. There was not enough sugar in it. There was not enough chocolate in it. Okay, good. Back to the recipe. Change it up. Good, it's working right now. Commit to follow that recipe, right? That's the hardest part for people. It's like, okay, good. I know what I want right now. I have my goal. This is the action steps I need to do. The hardest part for people is to commit all the way. I'm not saying that you're going to be disciplined army with everything you're doing and you don't have time to relax. That's not what I'm saying. Relaxing should be on your calendar, right? Family time should be on your calendar so it's scheduled in. So it doesn't distract you and put you out of craft. You should have it in there where it's important for you, right? I got my night routines in here right now. So if you can see here, I don't know how much you can see actually. There. Anyway, but you can see here on my calendar right now, I actually have my own training. I completed that early on today. So in here right now, I have my dinner next. That's my next box here right now. I'm gonna have dinner and watch something intellectual. Learn something, right? That's one of my goals over there. So I want to learn something new as I'm eating dinner, watching something, posting, social media content, blah, blah, blah. It's all automatic, it's all set up. And then I got my night routine in here, starting from 8:30. Night routine, read, write, journal. It's all in my box. I know I need to do it. It's a habit for me to do it, so I'm not thinking about it, but it's still in there, right? It's still in there. So these are all my boxes I got in my calendar that I have throughout the day. So I know exactly when it rings up. coaching calls, meetings, clients, new calls, all that sort of things, you know. I know what is in there. I just need to commit and follow through on the things there right now. It comes into like figuring out the deeper meaning for why you're doing things, right? Because reason has power. When you figure out why you actually want to do things, why do you want to read more books? Why do you want to earn more money? Why do you want to be in better shape with your body? Why do you want to build better relationship? Why do you want to travel the world and meet people, right? What's your why behind what you're doing? Because that's what's going to ultimately give you more time, right? There's a deep why for why Donald Trump is pumping and working and being the president right now, right? He finds time, right? He finds 5 minutes here. And it all comes down to you figure out why you're doing the things. And then you get structured. So you know, okay, this is what I'm doing. This is my boxes. This is all the time wasting activities. Delete it from the thing, right? It's all a lie. Time we all have equal, right? So create more time within the time you have. Wake up early, make a list of all the things that's keeping you from doing the things you want to do. Start locking, start figuring out, okay, this is where I fall short. Create a new calendar and then commit to follow through on the plans. But yeah, thank you so much for checking in, legend. And remember, raise your baseline. Talk to you soon.